Let's talk about sirens. If you've made it to this video, you've made it to siren TikTok. So you guys already know I like to think outside the box, and I think that sirens exist. I just don't see how so much of the ocean could be undiscovered, but somehow we just think that there's nothing else in there besides fish and whales and maybe the megalodon. And honestly, the ocean is so terrifying that I feel like that is the least of our worries. A while back, one of my followers sent me a picture from a really old Starbucks, and on the top of the area where the registers, there was a picture of a siren, like the siren logo, the logo they have at Starbucks, except its fin this time was split up next to its ears. So basically looking like its legs were spread. And it got me thinking, because I read the Book of Enoch, which I read as history, not scripture, because I read the Book of Enoch and realized that the sirens are actually the mortal women that procreated with the angels that were cursed to the sea to become sirens, it would make sense why they're such seductive creatures over the course of all the lore and mythology across culture, because their downfall was lust. And the reason why they use music to lure people in the ocean is because Lucifer in heaven was an angel of worship. Why do you think he controls the music industry down here so much? So you have a mix of seduction and music, and that literally describes a siren and all the things that we've heard about them over the years. I actually have a really crazy story. Okay, so I'm Haitian, right? I've told this story on this channel before, but I have to tell it again. Now, I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate, like I wasn't there, but I will say that I think that my late uncle was taken by a siren. Y'all know that Caribbean waters are intense. There are so many things, at least from what I know about Haiti, that are nearly unexplainable, and that includes the sea. So my grandmother had 12 children, and 2 of those children, a boy and a girl, were brother and sister. They were not twins, but a lot of people mistook them as twins because they looked so similar. And one day, the brother, he got in trouble and he couldn't go out at night. Now, he wanted to go out at the beach on the water with his friends at night. Now, my uncle was an avid swimmer, keep that in mind. So he actually dressed up in the clothes of my aunt so that he looked like her and he could sneak past my grandmother, and it worked. Now, when he was out with his friends, that's the way that I was told, he was out with his friends and all of a sudden he falls in the water and boom, he's gone. When I tell you gone, I mean gone without a trace. There was no splashing, there was no noise, it was silent. So from what I can imagine, the water was still, and they do say that when a siren is around, the water is completely still. From what I heard, he was wearing jewelry, and that's another rule, not to wear jewelry in the ocean, which I have done personally. If you wear jewelry, they take that as like an offering and they come to get you. Like I said, I've done that before, but I've also always been around other people. I would never do that by myself, but the way that it's described, in my opinion, it definitely sounds like a siren. And to add to that, my grandmother, which I can't even ask her anymore because unfortunately she passed, she went to the sea for months with a towel waiting for him to come back. Now, I don't know if that's because she herself believed in sirens, or maybe she was just going through like a delusional state because she was so devastated and really had no closure. But either way, it still haunts me to this day. Like, I think about it often, and I wish that I could talk to her and ask her more details about that night. It really is so crazy, y'all. But one thing about it, 2 things for sure, the ocean is wild. I remember when I went on a cruise, and when I tell you, I felt like I shouldn't be there. Like, I went out in like the middle of the night. Granted, the ship lights were still on, but I went out to the tip of the boat and I looked out into that dark water. Oh my gosh, the chills I got. Anyway, y'all, I'm not going to keep rambling. As always, make sure you like and follow and comment down below what you think, if we should keep the series going. So I'm going to talk to you guys about sirens again because I found more things about sirens. I have no one to talk to in my real life about this, so I got to talk to you guys about it. I hope you don't mind. So let's get into it. Y'all already know that I feel like the ocean is absolutely terrifying for so many things. First of all, I truly believe that there is a demonic marine kingdom out there, and I say that because of the Book of Enoch, which I read as history or lore, not scripture. It says in the Book of Enoch that the women that procreated with the angels and made Nephilim were actually cursed to the sea to become sirens in the flood. If you think about it, guys, this is so spooky. If you think about it, during the flood of Noah, all the land creatures died, but the ocean stays the same. And the ocean is recycled. All the water we see on earth is the same water from the flood of Noah. Because water isn't created, it's literally recycled. So that ocean is the same. So whatever's in that ocean is the same. And I know y'all seen that AI video of what sirens actually look like, and when I tell you, I was so creeped out. Like, I've been going down Sauce 90's videos, and then I saw the the video of where he zoomed in and it was like this head out of the water. And then I saw that video of that lady, that Nigerian lady, that said that there was a siren in her church, and basically like they have spiritual families in the ocean and it's like all in their head, and that's what keeps them locked in the sea. And like she literally needed deliverance because she was demonically possessed, which makes sense because in the Bible, when Jesus casted, well, God, Jesus, same thing, but when Jesus casted the demons out of that woman, they went into the pigs and the pigs went into the water. Could that be because the water is their domain? Maybe not all of them, but some of them at least. Why does the Bible say that on the new earth there will be no sea? Could that be because there's just so much debauchery in the sea that he's got to get rid of it altogether? You can't tell me that there are siren stories in every single sector of mythology, no matter where you go, but they're not real. You can't tell me that. And if you think about it, them being a demonic, like, marine kingdom makes sense because Lucifer was an angel of worship in heaven. Y'all know the whole music industry and how it's connected with the enemy. You guys know that. And it would make sense because sirens, their main people that they attack are men. Using music because of Lucifer, attacking men because men are the reason for their fall. Men are the reason for their curse. So they present themselves as beautiful the same way the fallen angels presented themselves as beautiful, when in turn they actually were cursed for it. So they present themselves as beautiful to men, and then when the men reciprocate and they come to them, they show them the real curse, and that's death. And I've been seeing so many videos of like these rules when it comes to sirens and the things that you're not supposed to do and the things that you are supposed to do. I'm like, yo, there's no way they're not real. There's no way that people have been saying this for so long and talking about these things for so long. I'm Haitian, so y'all know, any Caribbean knows that there's generations to this stuff. I don't know, y'all. As always, make sure you like and follow and tell me in the comments what you think. I'm never looking at Ariel the same, okay? Ever, ever, ever. This is just solidifying what I think about them putting everything in plain sight. There's nothing new under the sun. There's no new idea. So everything, y'all, let's just get right into it. So I have been diving into the ocean, right? Not physically ever again, but I have been looking up like facts, like creepy facts about the ocean. I've been looking up siren stories. Y'all, I'm Haitian, I'm Caribbean, so you better believe I believe that sirens exist. All you gotta look up is siren stories in the Caribbean, in Zimbabwe, and the Philippines, which we're gonna be focusing on the Philippines right now, and y'all are going to get spooked. And you're gonna see that Americans are the only ones that are like acting like believing sirens exist makes you like crazy or something. No, everybody is on that timing but America, okay? So I saw this video of this girl, her username is Desert Dove. She was talking about how she was listening to a lady that did missionary work in the Philippines. She was talking about how sirens, like women, siren women, would terrorize a town in the Philippines. And basically they would lure their children, like lure the people's children into the water to drown them. They would take their fish so that they have nothing to eat. Like they were terrorizing these people. And then there were also mermen that would come out at night and literally drag themselves by their arms through the streets. Like, that is terrifying. And then it dawned on me, because y'all, I feel like we're on FaceTime. I really do. So I did some research on the Dragon Triangle. Y'all don't know what the Dragon Triangle is. It's basically between Japan, Guam, and the Philippines. When I tell y'all, it is spooky. So many people have gone missing. Ships have disappeared without a trace. Apparently there are water spirits called the umibozus that can follow you home, that can lure men into the sea to their unalivings. You already know that sounds like sirens, right? Oh, siren lore. Basically, siren lore is absolutely everywhere. Every single place has a siren story, which tells me that they are real. Which tells me that the ocean is crazier, deeper than we could ever possibly imagine. Did y'all hear about the Lake Vostok in Antarctica? They found like, what was it, 5,300 plus new DNAs that match nothing. Well, 94% of the DNAs that they discovered did not match anything on this earth, whether it be human or animal, any organism. But that's neither here nor there. Why am I just not realizing that the Philippines, from what I see, they have some of the creepiest, craziest siren stories. They are right by the Mariana Trench. And the Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the ocean. It is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Do you understand how deep that is? Everest at the bottom of that has evolved in the dark alone. Or maybe it's not even in the dark. Maybe there's a whole civilization that we don't know about. Y'all, I'm telling you, like, I can talk about this forever. This is already part 22 of the Siren series. We're gonna keep it going, but anything that I find, I will bring it to you guys and we can talk about it, because we haven't even dived into the Nigerian lady that said a siren came into her church. She delivered her from her siren family, which is like a spiritual tie she had to the sea. Her merman husband came to try to get her and take her back to the ocean. What? Absolutely insane. Anyway, y'all, as always, make sure you like and follow and comment down below what you think. Want me to keep this series going? Let me know.